Hey fishing friends, welcome back to eFishing. I'm Rodney, and today, right now we're sitting here in my office because it's a whole lot cooler in here than it is down in the garage. And what we're going to do today, well, I got me a new Shaky head mold from Do It Molds the other day, and I've got a tip-up jig, and I never did like it, so I ended up getting this thing, and it's the Trokar round head jig head with a screw lock on it, and it's got 5 cavities in it, and it goes from an eighth, a 3/16, a quarter, a 5/16, and a 3/8. And the thing I liked about this thing is you can put a pretty good size hook. That's a Victory 5/0 flat eye hook. It's a number, let's see here, 10798. That's that hook, and I wanted to be able to put a pretty decent size hook in it. But the other thing I liked about it is that you can also put just a regular jig hook, 60-degree hook in it. And this is just a regular wire hook. It's a Mustad 32729. And that's a regular wire hook. Now, the other thing about this is you can also put a pretty beefy, heavy wire hook in it. And this 60-degree is something that I might put in a flipping hook. And it's a Mustad 32786 needlepoint. You know, that's a pretty stiff hook. I think it's about 0.56 or something like that, and those regular wires are 0.44 or 0.45 or something like that. But that's one thing I liked about this, is that you could use different size hooks in it, and you know, one mold you can do several things. Now y'all hang on to the end, because there's another little use for this mold too that y'all might be interested in. Let's look at this little mold here just a minute and show you how it all goes together, and then we'll go down to the garage, so y'all hang on. To get started with this Shaky head mold, we'll open it up here and look on the inside of it, and you can see Do It does a pretty good job about telling you what size they are. So this is the 1/8 ounce, 3/16, a quarter, 5/16, and 3/8. And the other thing they tell you here is what size hook: 5/0, 4/0, 4/0, 3/0, and 3/0. So the recommended hook on this is the Trokar TK 800M or TK 805M, and that's the flat eye version of the Trokar hook. And normally on these Do It molds, if it says 3/0, you can go from a 2/0 to a 4/0 on that recommended hook. But if you change wire diameter or whatnot, then you might be able to go a little different. So this is a 4/0 Mustad 32729, and it's just a regular wire hook. And you can see that 4/0 hook fits pretty well in all of the cavities here, even the 3/8 one. And then if you look at the same thing for this Victory hook, which is a flat eye hook, and this is a 5/0 hook, you can see it fits in that 1/8 ounce pretty well too. The 3/16, the quarter, into the 5/16, and into the 3/8. So you can use that 5/0 hook in all these cavities with that Victory hook. And then if you look at the Mustad 32786, and that's the flipping hook, and that's a pretty beefy hook there in that 60-degree. It'll fit in all of these cavities as well. Pretty easy without doing any modifications to them. Just like that. So that flipping hook works pretty well. But then here's the regular wire flat eye hook from Mustad, and it's a 32798. And you can see that it's going to fit in all of these cavities as well. Pretty easy. And I don't think you'd have to do any modifications at all to it. So that's a 4/0 regular wire hook. So that makes it a pretty versatile mold that you can use different size hooks in it and still be able to not have to do any modifications to it. So the next part of this little puzzle to making these shaky heads is to insert these little screw locks into the mold. So what you do is you just take one of these, and there's a little slot here that you put that thing in, and you just lay them in there. Just like so. Just like that. So the last thing here, we'll just put some of our hooks in. Different size hooks here that we have, and you can look at them. So there's our hooks all in our cavities. We don't have one in the 3/8, but I think y'all get the idea how they all fit in there. And then all you do is close this thing up like so, and then we're gonna go pour it. So one thing I noticed with this mold, when I was heating it up, warming it up, just running lead through it to heat it up so it'd be nice and warm and everything before I put hooks and the screw locks in it, was, well, the heads didn't want to release from this thing.
May have to smoke this one because it's not, when I'm pulling on the screws to pull things out, I'm leaving behind the heads while I'm trying to heat this thing up, so may have to just smoke this one. Let's see if that helps this releasing any. Alright, we got that. We're going to put our glove back on because mold's already hot. So we're just going to take it. And hold it underneath those cavities there. Y'all can see they're getting black, so. And there we go. We've got our mold smoked.
So we'll try one of our
We'll try an 1/8 ounce. See what we come up with. Alright, here we go. Well, I think that looks all right for a first shot. Let's try one on a 3/16 now and see what it does.
next phone call.
Let's try the 3/16. That one looks pretty good too. Alright, the other size we're wanting to do is the 5/16, so we'll get one of them. And that's the flat eye hook. This is where these little tweezers come in handy. Trying to move these little parts around, and these are non-metallic, so they're not magnetic, and they don't grab onto everything. Here we go. Let's try the 5/16. All right. Looks all right. It's got just a little bit of flashing around it, but that's nothing too hard to clean up. See if we can do 3 at a time this time. Got them all in there. Let's close it up. Now when you close it, it didn't sound right. Make sure you get that good snap to it. All right. Here we go. No, we might have messed that one up. Let's see what we got here. Looks like we did all right. Got our 1/8 and 3/16. Oops. Just drop that back in there. Drop that back in there. There's our 5/16. How about that? Well, that's the basis of it. We're going to pour a few more, so y'all hold on, and then we'll take a look at the final product. Y'all hang tight.
All right, well, here we go. There's the final product. One thing I like about this head is it's got that flat bottom on it, and it'll help it stand up and whatnot. So that's the 5/16. Here's the 3/16 that we were doing, and then here's the 1/8 ounce one. Hold all three of them up here and you can kind of get a look at them. See what y'all think. There it is. Not bad, huh? All right, to rig one of these, here's a Zoom Magnum trick worm, and this is our 5/16 ounce head. And you screw that thing on. When you get it on there, and then just bury the bottom of the hook in it. And there it is. It hangs pretty nice. Hang it up like that. Woo. That's not bad. And that's what I wanted it for, was to fish this Magnum trick worm on. And I think that 5/0 Victory hook is going to be the deal. Let me know down there in the comments what y'all think about that. I think it'll work pretty good. Now, y'all hold on. We got one more thing to show you what we can do with this Shaky head mold Trokar hook. So hold on. Final thing y'all can do with this screw lock Shaky head mold is take your 5/0 hook and not put the screw lock in it. So it's just a head. And then if you like to fish hollow bellied swim baits, you take this and insert that into here and have an internal weighted swim bait with a pretty decent hook. So let's show you how to do that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our 5-inch hollow bellied swim bait, and we're going to kind of line it up here and see where things are going to be at. And then we're going to notice it's going to come out on that scale right there. And we're just going to take our scissors and we're going to stick them in there. And we're just going to make a little cut. Like so. Hopefully that's big enough we can stick that head of that thing in there. And if it's not, we're just going to keep cutting until we can get it in there. Then we're going to take the head of our jig head here. And we're just going to slide that thing up into the head of this swim bait. Then we're going to feel around in here. We're going to find the eye there. And it's going to protrude down in there, but you'll be able to tie that on there. And then you got yourself a pretty nice little setup for your internal swim bait. And you can either fish it like that, where the hook is exposed, or you can push it down in there like that and have a little, skin hook that thing in there where you've got a pretty weedless little deal coming through there. So what y'all think about that deal right there on the hollow-bellied swim bait, using your Shaky head mold to make you a pretty decent hook and weight for that thing right there? Know what y'all think about that down there in the comments. Anyways, I'm Rodney with eFishing. If y'all like this stuff, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It helps it get out there on the algorithm. And the last thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch y'all out on the lake next time. Till then, we're out.